Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we just got the official Awakening DLC trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's the first map pack DLC that's coming out for Black Ops 3. Comes out on February 2nd, and they just released the official trailer today showing off all 4 maps and the zombies map. So I'm going to play the trailer for you guys, and then I'm going to go back and review a couple things that you might have missed. So I hope you guys know the trailer, and I'll be right back.
Black Ops 3 is launched, and here at Treyarch, we couldn't be more excited about the millions of players around the world enjoying it every day. This is going to be an awesome season of DLC content, and it all begins with Awakening, and you won't want to miss it. 4 new, awesome multiplayer maps, and 1 mind-blowing zombies experience. Let's take a closer look at what the team's working on.
Awakening DLC for the multiplayer fans is going to be all about the maps. Every map is going to feel distinct and unique from the other maps. Every map is going to have a very purposeful and intentional design to structure around the movement system and also get players into those very satisfying kind of classic engagements, head-to-head, boots on the ground, cover-based combat. Gauntlet is a map that is set in a military training facility in which each of the 3 paths in the map is a very different environment. One of them is a jungle environment, one of them is an Arctic snowy climate, the other one is a rainy urban city scene. And for us, it was really all about playing up this core philosophy that we have about the 3-lane structure of our maps. And we just wanted to kind of go over the top on that front with both visuals and gameplay. Splash is just a playful, really vibrant map. It's set in an abandoned water theme park. There are a lot of twisty, windy, enclosed water slides connecting the paths from one to the other. It's a map that really is designed for the fluidity and the flow of going from one path to the other and the excitement of fighting through the enclosed water slides. That's just something that's a new twist. You know, we haven't done something like that before, and it was a fun opportunity for us to build that kind of gameplay into a map that's themed around a water park. I mean, it also has a lot of opportunities for underwater combat. We wanted to really play up that underwater swimming component of the game. Rise is set in snowy Zurich. It's on a construction facility. It really feels the most classic Call of Duty multiplayer of all the maps in the pack. It's really heavily focused on cover-to-cover combat. It has a lot of variety in its lane structure. One lane is very long, has a lot of cat and mouse gameplay to it, some wall running opportunities. The middle lane really pushes players into an intense choke point, kind of an arena where all the paths converge. And then the final path has a lot of underwater opportunities. I think that Rise is probably one of our most competitive maps in the set, and I think that it's going to be exciting to see. Hopefully it gets adopted into the esports season. I think that it's a lot of fun. Players are going to love it. The map that I'm most excited about in Awakening is Skyjacked for sure, which is a reimagining of the map Hijacked from Black Ops 2. It's fast, it's frenetic, it's chaotic. It's a different take, a different twist on the original because of all the core movement opportunities that we have built into the map. It's just very exciting. It was a fun map for us to bring back.
In this chapter of our zombie story, we'll be introducing Episode 4, the Eisendrache. This is the first chapter in an epic time-traversing zombies odyssey that will unfold over the course of Black Ops 3's 4 DLC packs in 2016. I'm a sucker for medieval castles. That's where we're going in Der Eisendrache. We've got this wonderful ancient castle that all the kind of evil forces and all the kind of mind-bending stuff that we do in our zombie storyline is all kind of infested in this one location. The castle was built upon an ancient site where many dark atrocities have occurred over the centuries. The site contains massive deposits of the recently discovered Element 115. This allows us to kind of play with other narrative and thematic elements in a setting which is a personal favorite of mine. On the Awakening DLC, we'll also be introducing 4 new Mega Gumballs. This chapter is very much about introducing new concepts, but then also bringing it to a conclusion. We're incredibly excited to answer a lot of the questions the community has, bring some sort of resolution to a lot of the torment that we put our fans into, and then also maybe introduce some new concepts to have them puzzling out into the future.
So as you can see, it's on next year. Clear your calendars, because Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Awakening is available on February 2nd, first on PlayStation 4.
Alright guys, so that was the official Black Ops 3 Awakening DLC trailer that we get on February the 2nd. So, we've kind of got a lot to talk about here. I'm just kind of got to go through and take a couple snapshots of things that, people might have missed or we didn't catch on the first watch. So the first thing here we're going to talk about is the first map they discuss, and it is Gauntlet. And this map actually has me really interested because it's 3 different areas. Call of Duty typically has like a 3-lane map design where there's the left, the middle, and the right. And this map really capitalizes on that, using each different lane as kind of a different area. And as you guys can see, they show a little bit of an overhead shot. So on the left side, we have the urban, rainy area. In the middle, we have the ice, snowy area. And on the right lane, we have the jungle area. So I think this is going to be really cool, and I'm really interested to see how they change up the map areas and how they, design each side, whether one area will have more, wall running, or if you can do special things in specific areas. So I think that would be really cool if they implemented that. Here's just a little bit of gameplay from this area. As you guys can see here, we are in the jungle side, and we go to the ice side, and we see some wall running action. And then we're going to hop to the urban area, which we also see a little bit of wall running action. So this map is actually, I'm really hoping it turns out really cool, because it's a really cool concept, and I'm really hope I enjoy it. And then the next map we're going to head into is Splash, and as you guys can see from the picture, it takes place in an abandoned water park. And this one is probably the one, I don't want to say I'm least excited about it, but it's the one that I'm not as excited about as all the other ones. And here you can see they show just a little bit of an overhead shot where we can see the middle lane is just pretty much water. The right side has a couple buildings, and the left side is pretty much just wide open. And we see a couple tubes that you can run through and maybe get the jump on people. And here we can see some gameplay of them, not gameplay, but just them walking through the tubes and like just the different areas on this map. And this map is definitely, in my mind, going to be the most interesting. I'm not sure if this whole pipe area, these water slides are really going to work. And then here they're going to show off pretty much how the middle lane is just all water. As you guys can see, they talked about how they really wanted to implement water gunfights into this map. So we'll see how that works out. The next map we're going to be talking about is Rise, and this is the construction area that they were talking about. And they're saying this map is the one that is most typical Call of Duty. Like, it's really flat. Not too many crazy wall running things going on. It's pretty much just, your basic Call of Duty map. And here we don't get a really good overhead shot, but we kind of get a shot of what's going on. We can see some cranes and a bunch of stuff going around. And here we get just a little bit of gameplay, and we see a guy running around with the Kuda. They're talking about how they really want this map to play good and competitive, because that's like they said this map it's going to be a really, really good competitive map. So they really want to see how this map works for competitive, and they hope it gets implemented into the esports playlist. And from the looks of the map, it does look very good. The middle is wide open, so it allows a lot of gunplay, gunfights to go around. And then here they're talking about how one of the sides is, water, and they're really hoping to implement more water in the maps, it seems, because every map so far they've shown off has some type of water into it. And the next map is the one everyone was excited about, Skyjacked. Everyone knew, sorry for my phone there, everyone knew that it was going to be, everyone thought it was going to be a remake of Hijacked for Black Ops 2, and now it has officially been confirmed. As you can see from this screenshot, it looks exactly the same. We have the middle area, the little hut on the left side, and the 2 buildings on each side. So they have officially confirmed that Hijacked is going to be, Skyjacked is going to be a remake of Hijacked. Here you guys can see just a little bit of gameplay, We already know what the map looks like. It's just a matter of how they're going to reimagine it and, tweak it a little bit. And we get to see a little bit how they're going to tweak it right here. As you guys can see, where I took a little screenshot here, because typically in Black Ops 2, you can tell that this is on the left or right side of the map, depending on which side you spawn. But it's the side with the catwalk, and then there's no, like, rails or anything. You can just jump straight into the water if you wanted to. But in Black Ops 2, this is the side of the map where there's just like a long catwalk along the side, so you can avoid all the action in the middle. But in Black Ops 3, as you guys can tell, there's going to be a broken, the catwalk's not going to be there, it's going to be broken. And here I'm going to let the trailer roll, and there's a huge hole in the side of the ship that you can actually jump into, and that's just another way to get into the side of the ship. So that's in my mind, that's a really cool new reinvention. And now we're getting into what I am excited about, the new zombies map called Der Eisendrache, the Iron Dragon, which is translated from German. And as you guys can see here, we are just going to hop into it a little bit. I took this first screenshot just because you see these like ski lifts and you're wondering like, are we allowed down there in the town? I doubt it, but you know, maybe we can ride these ski lifts somehow. And you can see off in the background towards the top left, there's like a big wall with like a security tower, and there's like rockets on, like a rocket getting ready to launch. And from the picture that they originally released, you know, we saw rockets in the background, so maybe the rockets will play some part in the Easter egg. Maybe you have to launch them, maybe you have to stop them from launching, you know, who knows, we'll have to find out. And then as the trailer rolls, we just get to see a couple more interesting angles. We get this little shot right here of like a Tesla-looking ball that maybe we could use this as a trap or something. And, you know, we just get to see different areas of the map. And, you know, we won't be able to piece them fully together yet until we see the full map. But, you know, right now we're just seeing little bits and pieces. I took this screenshot here just because it was a really cool angle and you get to see a lot of stuff. You get to see another Tesla ball looking thing, so maybe that it is a trap because it does look like it's right below a little lever that you use for traps. We can see like a little bell tower that we're not really sure what that is, and this is an open courtyard, which is, I'm assuming, where a lot of training is going to be going on because it looks like the most open spot in the map, and we get to see like a tank in the middle of it. So we're going to keep rolling the trailer here, and, you know, we get to see a whole bunch of different angles and zombies and stuff, and here I took a nice little screenshot here, just because you see this little red circle that looks a lot like the red circle that was in Shadows of Evil. You know, in Shadows of Evil, you can go around, and once you got the sword, you could upgrade the sword by killing the Mogwais that would spawn from these little red circles. So maybe there's some special upgradable weapon on this map. I'm really hoping so. But obviously we have no clue. And this also reminds me, you know, this map is going to have the original characters. You know, it's going to have Richtofen, Takiao, Nikolai, and Dempsey. We're going to be playing as the original crew, so that's a little bit, that's exciting to see what we're going to go through there. And here we're just going to keep on rolling with the trailer. And here's a nice little shot of, you know, this open courtyard that we see. And just, you know, more area. We can't really connect to anything yet. I'm just trying to clip pieces together and try and get a picture in my mind of how big and what the areas look like in this map. And the trailer's going to keep rolling here. We can see that big open courtyard. And I'm really excited for this map. Obviously, you know, the Giant and the Shadows of Evil map is fun. But, you know, you can only play them so much. So I'm really excited for a new Zombies map. We get to see a little bit of the courtyard there. We get to see them scrolling through some areas here. And then they're talking about how, you know, this castle was built on sites where atrocities have been made or done. And there's a large amount of Element 115 here. And as you guys can see, this is a little like area where you could possibly train here. We see Speed Cola in the right and the M8A7 on the left on the wall. And these green TVs and this really weird ball thing on the ceiling. And if you look at the TV, you can almost kind of make out like a face, like a guy. It's a head and like the top of the shoulders. Maybe that's a guy that, you know, maybe that's, who knows? We don't really know who that is, but hopefully we get to figure out, and maybe he'll play in with the Easter egg. And that's pretty much going to be the most of the screenshots that I take. The rest bit is just going to be the trailer rolling and then talking about stuff. They also talked about how they're going to implement 4 new Mega Gumballs. So, you know, they don't really show off anything of what they could possibly be. You know, here we get to see a gumball that we already have. But, you know, they don't really give any hints or teases about what's going on. We get to see the Apothicon symbols, so obviously something from Shadows of Evil is going to translate over to this because the symbols are going to be in this game, so maybe the red circles and the symbols are connected, and maybe this is connected to Shadows of Evil because, you know, at the end of the Shadows of Evil Easter egg, Richtofen comes and takes the ritual key, so maybe, who knows. We're going to have to wait and find out. I'm really excited for this, and I hope you guys are too. Like I said, this comes out February 2nd on PS4 and a month later on Xbox. That's something new that we'll all have to get used to, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to drop a like and check out our Black Ops 3 Pack-a-Punch weapons review, and I'll see you guys later.